Okay, I see the Xbox startup screen, but that's all I see. I'm going to do a quick mic check. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see the Xbox startup screen. Okay, we're good. Okay, guys, it's Friday night. It's 9 o'clock Eastern. That means it's time for TGCT After Dark Friday night version. And as always, this is Griff, and I'm here with Clint Kelso, aka the Unholy One. What do you say, Clint?
What up, gentlemen? It's a beautiful Friday night, ready to play some golf.
Yeah, I hear you. We finally got some cold weather around here, so I'm kind of digging it. It's supposed to be cold next week, so I can break out the long sleeves.
What up, Mr. Mayhem? Yeah, you want to play tonight? I do.
Yep, absolutely.
You want to include your audio tonight, sir? Alright, what are we playing, Griff? Carolina Pines?
Yeah, Carolina Pines.
What up, Hammer?
George Olson. Yep, that's Hammer is actually XGN Derpy Burger, and then JPS Reno is Jimmy Nevada Ballin. Both those guys have courses in the Invicta. So, welcome, guys. For anybody that hasn't seen the show before. Yeah, absolutely. Derpy says someone's breathing kind of loudly.
It's Griff vaping.
That's actually
not breathing. He's
no, that's
not really
actually not
some 450-pound dude.
Not even close. Nope, I'm 6'3", 200, and probably about 235, 240. But no, I'll vape every once in a while, but there was somebody else that was definitely getting in on some heavy breathing right there, so I don't know what was going on. So for me, you guys that have never tuned in the show before, by all means, include your comments over there. The more you guys talk, the more you ask us questions, the more fun this is for us. So otherwise, we're just playing the course
something to talk about instead of bullshitting.
Exactly. So speaking of bullshitting, so Clint just mentioned it. We had 6 courses released today, with the 7th on the way for the Invicta Challenge. So that's we're now in that publishing window.
Actually, we have 7. Todd Driver's just too lazy to make a post about his damn course because he makes so many fucking courses.
Yeah, this is coming out, but Clint's also in the Invicta Challenge, so I was going to put him on the spot and see how yours is coming. How comes that course?
My course is completely finished laid out wise. I still have some work with some bunkers and some undulation with the greens. Actually, Mayhem and myself played through a beta that I posted last night. So it's coming along very nicely.
Cool deal. Well, you now know what kind of stuff I'm looking for. So
it's going to be a CC-based course, I believe. But with that being said, it's going to be a little firmer for a CC course. But it's got large fairways and large greens, so it's a course I think CC players can handle with no problem.
Yep, right on. And that's the thing for all you designers. If you are doing firm greens, just make sure that you build your course around firm settings, meaning that all your thought goes into that. Make sure your greens are spot on first, worry about all the other crap later, because if you just build a course and think like, okay, I'm going to make it harder and crank it up to firm, nope, it doesn't work. It is not a successful transition. You have to have in your head that you're doing firm all the way through. So I don't know that I know Mayhem. Is he on TGC Tours or?
He is. He is Stephen Nesbitt. He's a PGA Tour player.
Okay, I have actually seen that name before. So how goes it with you, Mayhem?
He's in our TaylorMade.
Very cool. I'm Griff, by the way. So if you've been on the forums for any length of time, I'm sure you've seen me pissing somebody off. So, but well, guys, if there's nothing else, then we'll go ahead and get on this one. Are y'all going to do alternated like we do on Wednesdays?
Of course.
Yep, do alternate shot, get a little bit of time. That way we don't burn through my entire thing. They say that they cannot hear Mayhem, so I'm not sure if he wants his audio included. If he does, then he will include his audio. If he doesn't, then hey,
what up,
what it is. Hey, what do you say, Han?
Hello there, and
Oh,
welcome to the
Han
Golf
just
Club.
popped in,
My
so I
name's
wanted to throw
John,
this out there as well.
and we're starting off with a par
For
4.
any
Let's see what we can
designers,
do.
if you're done with your Invicta courses, or if you're not even in the Invicta and you just want something to do that might be fun, HB Studios. Oh, no problem. Um, HB Studios is hosting a new tournament called the Collaboration Tournament, and it is going to be a random draw, teams of 3 to 4 designers, depending on how many enter into it. I know Han's one of those. I'm actually signed up for it. Taste is signed up for it. I think Scarpacci. I don't remember if it's Scarpacci or Scampy. One of those. Yes, it is PC only, because we actually have to send the file back and forth. And I know that's unfortunate, but I'm going to be honest, guys, for you guys designing on console, if you ever find this thing on sale on Steam or something, get it just to have it for designing. I actually don't like playing my rounds on PC, but for designing, it is so much better to design on PC
Welcome to the Golf Club. My
versus
name's
console.
John.
And this comes from somebody
We're
that put out
starting
his
off with a
first
par
courses
4.
on
See what we can
console.
do.
So it's just a lot more fluid. And you can share the files back and forth. But
You on the
anyway,
course
for the
yet,
PC
Mayhem?
designers,
Carolina Pines.
if he's in your friends list, you can invite him. But anyway, yeah, we got the HB Studios contest. Will be popping up soon. It's just in the sign-up phase right now. It probably won't start till at the earliest mid-December. I'm expecting to be towards the end, so most of you guys will be well clear of the Invicta stuff. Outside of that, I want to give a shout out to Greg Fordyce, Kent Noble, their show they have on Thursday nights, the TGC course review. It is, I believe, at 6 o'clock Eastern Time on Thursday night, so you guys be sure and show up and support them as well. And other than that, I'm going to let you guys kind of take it away. Wait for him to get up on your tee box. And
That's what I'm waiting for.
not a problem. We're in no rush here, man.
Were you
This
say
is
something about?
TGCT
Were you saying something about your audio
After
earlier,
Dark.
Mayhem?
I'll tell you what,
Gotcha.
I'll mute myself and I'll see if I can hear.
All you do is you go to the party, look at the party, and there's a little check mark, a box that says include your audio.
Alright. Sorry about that, guys. All set. Should be good now.
You go ahead and do a
There we
mic
go.
check.
All right, and then enable turn order.
Okay, should be good.
Awesome.
Okay. Sorry about that. I muted myself doing some checks right there, but you guys got a little bit lucky here with the small wind.
Oh,
So
yeah,
this one
can
can
stay that way.
this one can play pretty tough when you get up above 12 miles an hour. Of course, you guys are like both pros, so you're
No,
better
sir,
than us
I'm a
mere
Weber.
mortals. Still counts as pro.
I prefer the term sandbagger.
I don't know. We did pretty well our first week in the PYP, so we're looking to see who's going to come take us down. The After Dark crew representing.
Mayhem, I finally got your partner scores today, so I can update the leaderboard.
Yeah, where's he been hiding?
Mitch
we're
has
looking
He's
at
not been
about
hiding.
70
He just
yards here.
no, he just hasn't. He didn't take pictures of his scores. If you ever have a problem with that, let me know. I can talk to him like anytime, so I can get him on PS4 Messenger. I know that he had gone through and played. He had played all of his rounds, but he didn't take screenshots of his second or fourth. And I took a screenshot of his fourth, and I thought he had reported his first round and even his third. But yeah, I didn't know you two guys were partners. So you've now moved up to the PGA, and he's somebody that is legit high web caliber, regardless of what he says. I mean, kid can shoot, man. I think he had pretty good scores through all four rounds on that one too. Didn't he average like 13, 14 under on all four rounds? Some shit like
11 or
that.
12, I believe.
Hey, what do you say, Eddie?
All right, you are
Yeah, it's
on
tight
the
and Eddie.
green. You can pot.
He says he's coming for us. For whatever reason, Eddie wants to take me down hardcore. I hate to tell him, I'll bring my game for him that week. So I'm going to give him a special treat. These guys watch me on our Wednesday night stream, and they think I'm absolute crap. I don't think they ever look at my tournament scores when I actually play.
What? This one's for birdie.
Nice chip there, Mayhem. Nice shot.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, no, Clint's from Tennessee. What part of the country are you from, brother?
All right, nice little 2-foot putt.
Western Massachusetts.
Next hole
Gotcha.
coming up.
Weston, Mass.
Starting things off at even par.
Yeah, and that's something I'm just going to throw out there because I see some of the conversation running, and this is going to include part of you, Clint, but like Derpy and Clint and some of these guys that really don't have that name that's out there in the community right now as a designer, I'm going to hype you guys up. I'm going to get you plays. You know, we're going to get all an equal share to all the courses, but you guys just have to understand that what's going to happen in the very beginning is that the what are considered the giants of the industry, so to speak, they're going to get the early publicity, but it's not going to have anything to do with the judging.
Heading towards the beach
Doesn't have anything
here.
to do with
Not
it. You
the
just
good
have to
kind.
kind of give a tip of your cap to
Ooh,
the.
what an ugly
Yeah,
shot.
they've been doing it for a long time, so you can expect that people like Taste and Scampy and Sam, I mean, they've been around for a minute, and they've got multiple courses on tour. So when people see them come out with something new, man, they just kind of jump on it. But you guys will get your day in the sun, and we're going to get you as much attention as possible. Yeah, I think Derb's made himself a target, man. So he's kind of been freewheeling a little bit on the critiquing when he's going through those courses, man. All I can say is I hope you got a thick skin because it's going to be coming back at you, brother. Yeah, it's going to be coming back at you. I don't care how good the course is. People are going to start like picking through your stuff with a fine-tooth comb as far as the other designers. It won't matter to the judges because we don't look at the,
Holy
you know.
hell.
Nice leave, Clint. Nice leave.
You like that?
Wow, this is a hell of a shot right here.
Not too bad, not too bad. You're on the
It's
fairway.
called taking your
Looking
medicine.
at around 115
Yep.
or
I
so
thought it was a
yards
pretty
to
nice
pin
course.
here,
I'm
I'd say.
surprised this one hasn't been looked at for web or PGA yet, PGA Euro type caliber. So it's got a little bit of bite to it. I sit there and say that, and Mayhem will probably go like 13 under on it and like completely kill that. But
Good stuff.
hey, what do you say, Frode? Man, he's from the UK. You're up late, brother. We appreciate you tuning in. Oh, speaking of UK, I've got to go check some matches here because I'm pretty sure that Newcastle had a match. Let's see, that was Saturday. Yeah, that was today, and I think they lost again, man. That's 3 in a row they've dropped. Damn it.
Ooh.
Newcastle United.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like one of the Americans that actually follow soccer, and they lost 2-1 at Nottingham Forest today.
5-footer here, nothing
They
too
were
bad.
pretty much running away with the English Championship, but they have kind of stumbled their last 3.
Alright, Mayhem, I spotted you enough strokes.
I was talking to Clint a little bit about
let's take
this
the
before
scorecard
we
here.
Actually came on the air, and I don't
One
really
over for
play
the
through the
round.
courses until we get closer to the judging window. The one thing I did see on yours, Derpy, that was I looked at it sideways is one where you had used a retaining wall to make like one of your cart paths, basically, which I like that look. I actually use it quite a bit myself. But using 2 small sections side by side, it does not look nearly as good. If you're going to make it that wide, you can use the small section around the outside to get your curve and bend in it and make that look right, but use a larger piece to go across the middle, and you can still fan it and make it fit perfectly. But it just look a little bit cleaner versus the break in it. But once again, all I've done is seen some pictures right now. I will not get into playing any of these for about another week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I will be full on doing in-depth streams that you guys will hate me for. Have a nice day.
I thought you were everybody's
here we
best
go.
friend.
Shit. No. The one thing that I'm not crazy about right here with what he's doing, and this is something that's important for designers, and this is what I would call a technical flaw. When you set your fairway distance away from it, it doesn't need to be 250 yards away from the tee box. That's not a good thing.
Griff, I believe there was another fairway that you could hit to before that one.
Yep, it was like the first one, but I was talking about other stuff. But when you're in the designer, always try to make sure that you start your fairway. Give it at least 215, 220. The fact of the matter is, if you're in 0 wind and you can't hit it with a 5-wood, it needs to be closer to the tee box. Because you get like a 15-mile-an-hour wind back in your face, you just made the hole unplayable. So that might be why this course has not gotten tagged yet. My rule of thumb is, I mean, there's some holes I will start my fairway 120, 130 if I'm just trying to get a certain look out of it. But in general, I start my fairways anywhere from 165 yards to 200 yards away from my tee box. That way I know I'm always safe.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Well, in answer to y'all's question, I said cart path because it looked like it was a pathway going through there. Once again, I have not played the course. I don't know if you use cart paths or not. I just know in one of the pictures,
Could
the
be in the
bridge
rough here.
that was there, or it looked like you were making a walkway out of retaining wall, which is a look I do quite a bit on my courses. I like the look you had to it, but instead of using 2 small pieces side by side, trying to link them together, use the small pieces on the outside to get your form, to get your curve and your bend and everything in it, and then use a longer piece to connect the 2 edges, or the middle of it, and that way it doesn't look like it's kind of janked up through the middle of it. But once again, I haven't seen it up close, so I may be talking out of my ass. So I don't know. I will. I'll actually take a look at it here in about 2 weeks. Is when I'll start doing my streams and everything else, and I'll get down and dirty on some things and point some things out aesthetically and some tips. Yep. Working with working with retaining wall is not easy. I have spent a lot of time trying to perfect my looks on that.
As Taste put it, the bunker explosion on 4, 5, and 6 was just crazy. I mean, absolutely nuts.
If you guys actually want me to do a stream showing you how to do retaining walls to where you can bring the land out flat right up against the edge of the retaining wall and then drop it down to where you don't have land showing up against the retaining wall and it look perfectly natural, I'll do it. But unless I get requests for it, I'm not going to spend my time doing it because it is time consuming. But it makes your course look so much better when you use retaining walls. It is a sharp look. Yep, I'm the same with you, Han. I am very OCD on my courses, man. I do not like, I don't like my stuff looking out of place in my eyeballs. And there's been one other person do what I'm talking about, and that was Pulse Gazonias on Osprey Cove, and that was a CC Summer Showdown course. And I actually spent 2 weeks before he started building that course showing him how to do retaining wall in a desert course he was doing. So he used my trick in that contest. I'm just going to throw that out there. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Belfry was a beautiful course. It was actually, it's one of my favorite courses to play. I do remember when you first published it though, that it seemed really laggy on console. I don't have a problem with it at all on my computer, but on console it was pretty laggy.
Super soft.
The trick I use, Han, is that I go 3 deep. I use 3 layers of retaining wall, and I flatten out the land all the way up against the edge, raise it to where it's flush up against the top edge of the retaining wall. And then I go out in the water, and I go out probably about 10 feet away from the wall and drop it down massively down the water, and then go in with the soft fuzzy tool, make it a little bit smaller, and get it right up to where it starts affecting the land that's kind of up against the retaining wall right there, and then lower, lower, lower. I just keep on doing that. It takes about 20 clicks per section to do it, but it lowers that wall to where you see no, or lowers the land to where you see no land up against the retaining wall in the water, but it doesn't affect anything
nice
up around the land area. It doesn't lower it down and make it scalloped and all that kind of crap.
Alrighty, moving on. Okay, so that'll keep you at 1 over for the round.
Man, we are playing brilliantly.
We suck.
I like Jeremy, but I'm not gonna lie, my way's better. It looks cleaner. I would agree that it loses some of the look in certain areas, Han, but I don't tend to do straight sections of retaining wall. I tend to do like a lot of goofy shapes around mine. So when you do it that way, it gives it a very nice contoured, look going into it. Too deep doesn't quite cut it. You can't do what I'm talking about going too deep. You'll screw up your land inside your retaining wall. To do what I'm talking about doing, you have to go 3 deep on it. You have to.
Okay, let's give it a nice
one way, now
smash.
something else you can do that looks pretty cool is you can put a layer of retaining wall down, leave a gap in it, and then put another layer around it, and then fill that middle gap where you didn't put wall in with like flowers and stuff. I'm actually doing that on a course I'm currently building. That looks pretty cool because I'm just going for a very
weird
country club style look with it. But all in all, that 3-layer section of it, when you put the right curves and stuff in it, it looks pretty sharp. If I was doing a straight section, it wouldn't look nearly as good.